Hello everybody, welcome to Akin to Martial Arts. I'm the Martial Kin, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Iron Fist Kung Fu training. I found this video on Hafugo, wonderful YouTube channel. Go check him out if you're interested. He did this video where he's training 7 days with the Iron Fist Kung Fu training regimen. Now Hafu is no stranger to Kung Fu, actually. He's been trained by Shaolin Kung Fu martial artist. He's done multiple videos attempting martial arts challenges like you see here. He's a sort of fit guy. And I thought we would take a moment to examine the Iron Fist itself. Because I feel like the Iron Fist is a big part of martial arts that is wholly fake. Like, let's just get into the video so you can see what
This is a fist.
This is a hammer.
And this is an Iron Fist hammer.
But for real though, Iron Fist is a form of ancient Kung Fu that trains your
like you see right here. This guy is breaking rock with his bare hand, and
bone density and your skin thickness. Mastering this skill allows you to break bricks.
yeah, stuff like this. Like in the other video, this guy was using, you see how this is not like a flat surface, and he's like breaking off the side. This is, I feel like it's a bit of false advertisement here to say that he's doing this because of simply Iron Fist training. I'm sure it helped, but this is also just science at play.
Trains your bone density and your skin thickness. Mastering this skill allows you to break bricks.
Also, stuff like this, you never know if like the bricks are fake. It's very hard to tell what is and isn't real, because you never know. They might be using props, they might be using editing, cutting, they might have damaged the brick beforehand a little bit. You never know. These things, they always seem fake, because they probably are, honestly. So yeah, Iron Fist, something I am very against, usually in the martial arts world, but do I think it is interesting, and the some of the things you can learn from it are effective and helpful? Yes, so
With your bare hand. I want to have Iron Fist. So for the next 7 days, I'll be doing progressively harder exercises each day in order to strengthen my fists. Okay, to track my progress, I got 3 levels of materials in increasing hardness. Let's see if I can break any of them on day 1. Obviously, I have feather knuckles right now,
But we'll test again on day 7.
okay, look at that hand, Jesus. Yeah, we're gonna see his hands slowly
To see if I can break anything.
Day 1 of training Iron Fist. This is what my hands look like.
Now let's examine these hands real quick, as weird as that sounds. You saw previously his hands are a little torn up, but right now, they seem pretty decent. This is probably from like smacking the wood, this redness. Overall, they're pretty pale. Doesn't seem too rough. They seem soft. They seem moisturized. Good. They're healthy. I want to track his hands.
Pretty
as we
beautiful,
go along, see how
manicured.
they-
We're gonna start off with an exercise that I learned from Master Yendi during my Shaolin series. So, yeet! The thing about the Iron Fist is you need to strengthen your entire hand, not just the knuckles. So the sand allows the Iron Fist is you need to strengthen your entire.
Okay, let's check out Bruce Lee. His knuckles protruding. It's what you want in a fight. Just like good for good punching. You want these. Unlike the
Not just the knuckles. So the sand
very
allows
soft hands
you
here.
to do that. 100 reps, strengthen your entire hand, not just the knuckles. So the
Yeah, these. They're not gonna do much for punching.
sand allows you to do that. 100 reps in each hand. Here we go.
The
1, 2, 3,
dedication.
4, 5, 6, 7. I'm already seeing a little damage right.
Alright, they're coarse. Definitely, you can see the knuckles. Might have been the last ankle. But these might just be the angle or like how he's positioning his fingers. But this one, I can already see some protruding. What's this bone called? I called it a knuckle before, but that's like whatever. The protruding knuckle. His hands obviously grown a little shaky. They're a little dry, shaky. I'm sure they are after doing 100 attacks, but like to sand. Very dry, still pale. Very coarse, very rough.
Right here. Basically like rubbing your hand on sandpaper. 50 more each.
I wanted to train Iron Fist this week because when I trained with Master Yendi, I didn't have enough time to practice the skill. So I'm curious
10
to
more.
see how hard my fist can become with some hardcore training.
Sometimes yelling is what you need to get yourself through the pain. When I do my workouts, sometimes you just need to just like let out a little sound, count, tell myself I'm doing good to get through that pain, get the endorphins running. Helps you feel better,
My hands are getting a little red.
helps you feel stronger. These knuckles, they're not the worst, okay? I've already pre-watched this video, and this man is insane for doing this task, but
Especially
you can already see the
around
rough.
the finger and the knuckle area. It's not too bad right now, but the exercises are gonna get progressively harder each day.
I'm working my way up to this.
That is, I don't believe that. That wasn't even like sheer knuckle training. Smashed with his palm. Alright. I feel like this is less Iron Fist and more Iron Palm, even though this is obviously fake, definitely.
Alright, it's day 2. I put some moisture
I don't know, if it isn't fake, go ahead. Leave some sources below.
moisturizer on last night.
Check it
My
out.
hands are looking pretty neat, but today
That's another thing. I wonder if moisturizer like lessens the effect of the training. Like, do you want to moisturize your hands? Is that gonna be effective? Is it gonna change like some of the structure of your hands? Does it lessen the effect? 'Cause that's interesting.
it's about to hurt a lot more. We're doing sandbag slaps, and this is gonna be training the back of our hands, the palm, and this part of the hand where you can chop. 100 reps.
Alright, take it back. Apparently, palm training is a part of Iron Fist training. I guess makes sense, but like that video, it infuriates me.
It's gonna look intense. 1, 2. I think he did. Ah, that hurt. Sandbag is surprisingly hard. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 50 more. I'm getting faster. My hands are shaking.
Yeah, shaking hands from hitting a sandbag makes sense. Oh, these fingers. Yeah, you definitely would not recommend you try this at home. Though his knuckles, it's obviously after training, but like the knuckles definitely, they're more protruding. Like when he had his like hands flat out when he was sand training, these knuckles they're more inward, I think. So I think you can see the wear and tear on his skin, and like some redness coming out. Jeez, right here, it's a lot of wear and tear between the fingers. Dang.
A little bit. I can feel blood rushing to my hands. Master Andy always said,
功夫就是时间的另一个名字。
I'm definitely putting in the work. It's only getting harder from here. Good morning. It's currently day 3. We set up a rope that we're gonna punch. This is actually the first day we're doing knuckle training. The rope on a wooden stake is almost like a punching bag, but it's much denser and harder. So that means we'll be able to get stronger, faster, better. Faster, stronger.
You know, this is about Iron Fist training, but that is not the best form.
You see that? I can.
Alright. More. Before the knuckles were red, now they're white. Which makes sense. He's actually training the knuckles this time instead of like his palms or fingers. So definitely more wear and tear on the knuckles than you see on the hands. Shows he's doing it right, I guess.
Feel my knuckles stiffening. It hurts when I clench my fists. But during my research, I've read that if I'm not careful, I can develop arthritis or severe nerve damage.
My knuckles are already showing some signs of bruising, and I have 4 more days to go.
Alright, stay for right now. I'm in my garage because the next exercise is a concrete
Oh my.
Stay for right now. I'm in my garage because the next exercise is a
I forget some things in this video. I've already seen it.
concrete knuckle.
Come on.
Stay for right now. I'm in my garage because the next exercise is a concrete.
These knuckles do not look healthy. I don't think this is conducive to healthy knuckles or good punching. Dang. Who knows? I might just be woefully uncultured. But this does not look good. So
Knuckle
like
push-up.
you
Honestly, I
more
think
than
yesterday's exercise bruised my knuckles a little bit. Especially the middle one, it's a lot bumpier than usual. When I push on my knuckles and fingers, it hurts. And that's the only thing I'm doing today. 100 push-ups, let's go.
It's not even going.
This hurts. There's like tiny rocks all over. Yo,
Yeah, you need to, if you're doing knuckle push-ups, I used to do knuckle push-ups for like my daily workouts. They sucked. I still think they're very important to do, just like if you're a martial artist in general. But yeah, to definitely do it on a clean surface. I used to do, I was in this group and we would exercise on like outside on like a piece of road, like wasn't on the road, but it had like the same structure. What's it called? Like asphalt. Right? We were on like road asphalt. Yeah, it was this big square where we would just come out to train. And we would have to do like push-ups outside on the rocky terrain. The fucking asphalt was already tough enough, but then we had like little pebbles into our hands. That sucked. But who knows? Maybe it's helping with your hands. I mean, I'm sure it is. But like repeated damage to the hands isn't gonna help.
actually bruising.
So he's already hurting his hands enough, so I would recommend he move those pebbles away, which I think he does.
Purple. Okay, I gotta clear the floor because this is dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan!
Do you know what pain means? It means progress! Knuckle push-ups are not only a great way to condition your knuckles, but they also train your wrist strength, so when you punch, you don't do this. Instead, you can have a straight and powerful punch. Most people train knuckle push-ups progressively, moving from soft surfaces to hard surfaces. But because I only have 7 days, I'm starting with concrete, which feels like you're being stabbed in your fists.
100. Oh. My finger's cramping. You see that?
Oh. He can barely get them straight anymore. They're like
Oh
crooked.
god, I can't move it because all my body weight is basically pinning in.
Oh. Okay, so on my first viewing, I saw this and I was concerned, but I'm sure this is just some black stuff from his garage floor. But still, that doesn't seem safe. Looking at the knuckles, his fingers, they seem more thick than when he originally started. Thicker fingers, which makes sense what he's saying. Again, still coarse, still rough. But overall, check out the wrists. Definitely red. They seem to be worked up a little bit, yeah. Makes sense.
That one sharp spot. That's why it hurts so much. It's legitimately purple. Today we're actually in a forest. That's why it
Also another thing to
hurts
consider.
so much. It's legitimately purple.
He was definitely because these two are bigger than these two. These ones definitely received more punishment though I'm interested. Did he do it more on his back knuckles? Because this is where the black spots are. Interesting. Hold up. Alright, I did some mid-video, knuckle push-ups, and I guess it makes sense. When I was doing them, I was more on these back knuckles than I did the front, so that's interesting. Makes sense.
Purple! Today we're actually in a forest because we need to utilize these trees for our training. So today we're going to be flicking the tree to strengthen the bones in our fingers.
I'm making sure that the tree touches all those knuckles. Here, here, and here.
Interesting.
My knuckles are still hurting from yesterday. Like I'm in a lot of pain right now. 1, 2, 3. So in Kung Fu, the flick is actually used as a form of counter punch. And we've trained this with Master Yan Di as well.
That's actually very interesting because there's another video I want to bring up. It's from Sensei Seth. I'll just pull it up now. Alright, I wanted to bring up, because this whole finger training, I wanted to bring up a video by Sensei Seth, wonderful martial arts channel. You should go check him out. Great content whenever he makes a video. In his video, Kinetic Wing Chun work, trains with Kevin Lee, practitioner of Wing Chun, but also does a lot of martial arts training. He's done capoeira, karate, all that stuff. So you should also go check him out. Good stuff. And we see Kevin Lee here. He's training Sensei Seth in Wing Chun and
Like that.
Okay, got it. Like an oblique kick.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Now, Wing Chun is a martial art that keeps their hands super low, so there must be some fundamental secret to Wing Chun's defense that lets them do this.
Wing Chun doesn't teach blocking.
Okay.
there's no blocking.
Really?
There's zero blocking in Wing Chun. Because for self-defense purposes or for street fighting purposes, anytime I block, I'm wasting time.
And you're kind of permitting them to throw more punches.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm helping you to get your combination will follow through, right?
Yeah.
So we like to teach parry first and then intercepting.
Okay.
So if you're doing sparring, you have to know how to block.
Yeah.
So I like to teach people to go big punch, I just block. And once you get that, I start using my hand. So feel this. This is what I like to teach. So you pop like that, right?
Yep. Yeah, that
That's
wasn't
one.
much, but
Right?
it was.
Now you get 4 different directions. So punch, that's 1.
Yep.
2.
Yep.
That's 3.
Yeah, okay, so Chinese martial arts, I guess they work on the fingers to help parry sometimes, which is interesting. I'm not sure how effective this is, like, actually.
Huh. Got it.
This is my finger doing this.
This next part that he taught me is what I was most
It's working here. I'm sure Sensei Seth is being very nice here. Also, they are obviously not going all out. It's not even like sparring. It's just like a little bit of training and a technique. So, I'm not sure how conclusive this is to anything, but still, it's interesting nonetheless.
The bark is extremely rough. Not only are we training the bones, we're actually training the outer layer of the skin.
There's research on this. I mean, it makes sense. Nerve damage or anything.
I cannot feel my fingers. This is more of a
Okay. Alright, definitely more wear and tear here. It's on the knuckles. Makes sense. Just entirely red. Thicker fingers again. Particularly here, it seems more protruding than before. But over here. Obviously, my analysis isn't going to be like 100% like conducive to any actual research. I can't examine his hands. I'm not like an expert on any of this. I can only see stuff. It's like I can only point out stuff I think is happening here. Also, the angles, I can't, like, examine his hands. But based on, like, what we are seeing here, like, down here, we can infer little things. Damn. I wish they'd give more angles. Although, I'm sure they wanted to quit filming as soon as possible so we can rest his hands. Which, yeah, makes sense. Because, like, over here, the knuckles aren't as protruding, or at least from this angle. So, yeah.
pain. The fingers
Okay, but in this angle, it's a little more presented.
don't have much muscle, so it's literally just like going right to my bone. Over the past few days, I've been slowly losing mobility in my joints. I don't know if it's supposed to happen like this. Definitely don't try this at home. Today is day 6, the last day before my final test. My knuckles are completely bruised. The divots in between my knuckles have raised significantly. There's almost like no divot right now. I am in a lot of pain. This is the hardest day yet because we're practicing against a rock. Kind of similar to what we did with the sandbag, but with a harder surface. We're gonna be doing slaps, backhand slaps, karate chops, and finger punches. All right, 100 on each side. Let's go. Da, 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 da. I'm putting it all in today because tomorrow is my final test. I don't want to have trained and pain for a whole week for no reason. I want to break something. I'm actually learning to enjoy the pain a little bit. But I wonder how much I've actually improved. I can't wait to find out. After a week of training, some of my knuckles are internally bruised and my skin is starting to develop calluses.
It's now day 7, the day of the final test.
It's starting after
Hands after 1 week. Again, knuckles protruding. Bigger fingers. Rough core spread. It definitely looks like they've improved. This doesn't seem like just like after he's trained. Seems like it's actually had some time to heal. It's got some time to get better. And they definitely look tougher, I'll say, compared to the first day.
of training, some of my knuckles are
The internal bruising, I would not consider that a plus. Same on this hand.
internally bruised and my skin is starting to develop calluses.
It's now day 7, the day of the final test. We're gonna attempt 3 different materials: wood, porcelain, and brick. You know, when I started on day 1, I wasn't able to break the wood. It broke me instead. But today, that's about to change. My knuckles still hurt, but I'm gonna put it all in. Oh God, that f***ing hurt. Oh, look at that. Holy shit, I actually f***ing broke it.
He's so mad.
Yeah, I can't believe I actually broke that. Okay, we gotta try the porcelain. Next, we're gonna attempt the porcelain. Oh, all right, let's go.
Now, obviously, this is a thicker material than this, but what I find interesting is it's a lot thinner too, so I'm sure, like, there's good reason behind this. I feel it is already hard, I'm sure, as much as this, but if they were to make it thicker, obviously it wouldn't break as much. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is how much, like, does thickness account for? Like, pure density and thickness, I feel like it's like confusing, but like, how much can you break? Yeah, I'm definitely confusing here. Hold up. I guess what I'm trying to say here is how much trade-off is there? Like, the density is obviously greater here, but thickness is, like, lacking. So, like, is there a trade-off there? Could it be, like, as tough as this? Is it, like, harder? Well, it's definitely more dense, but is it tougher to break? Or is the thinness of it making it similar to break as this? So, you know, how much change is there really? I guess I want to know.
Right now, my knuckle hurts.
And they've, like, examined this or something. Somebody has gone through, and I'm just ignorant or something. But it's definitely something to think about.
A lot, but I'm feeling the adrenaline. Maybe I can have more power to push through it.
Shivering helps.
I'm a little scared. I'm scared it's gonna be so hard it might break my bones, but I just gotta trust.
And he did it.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah, this is... Damn. You can see it's bleeding a little bit? That's crazy. It's all white, it's all...
Oh God, time for the brick. This brick is almost 10 times thicker than the porcelain, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you see here. He's trying this like he's using physics to try and break it instead of like his complete training, which I'm sure breaking a brick at all is very impressive, even if you're using a trick like this, but still, it adds to the cadence that, like, the Iron Fist thing is very overplayed. I guess online, a lot of fake stuff, again, makes me not like it, makes me untrustworthy of anyone who tries it, but, this guy definitely worked for this.
People practice 20 years to master this Iron Fist technique. I've only trained for 7 days. Right now, this part of my hand is completely numb. My bones and joints hurt a lot.
Dang. Scratching all over the knuckles, even bleeding. Yeah.
I'm losing mobility. I can't close my fists completely. So I think it's time to stop. But if you want to see me train Kung Fu with a real Shaolin Kung Fu master, click right here to watch that video.
Alright, that was nice. Go check out Hafugo. Wonderful content he makes. Definitely go drop a like on this video if you're interested. I'll leave the original video down in the description below if you're interested in just watching that. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. Thank you for watching the video, and join us again some other time. Bye.